know somebody that wrote an email to Josh and people very close to Josh saying she's there, she's a missing person, you know, and literally the next day she showed up.
The world did.
Yo, did this not just basically confirm what I was saying earlier? Where it's like, yo, in any modicum, if David knew that like she's missing and all that, or somebody around knew that like Celeste is missing, bruh, is your first jaw not, well, first of all, even before that, you never put yourself in a scenario. Is your first jaw not, yeah, she gotta go back home. She should have never been here. Oh my God, bro. And then as soon as the manager knows, she just magically shows up back home, only to end up back with David again. Yeah, I had the best in the business. It was 3-star hunters. There's no way he about to just slide off with this job. Right? Right? You already know what it is, baby. You've seen title and thumbnail. Some more conjecture, of course. Some more things to talk about within the whole David incident, the David tragedy. But first, a little backstory. You already know within covering this, we've been covering a lot of heads talking about this whole incident and tragedy. Being Trap Lord Ross, TLR, and then the Hun Miss Coco's Crazy, and a bunch of other heads. But today, once more, you already know we're checking out Hun Miss Coco's Crazy, so shout out to love. But within the last jump, we had covered a video she dropped because she had went over how the private investigator, the one we had seen going over within the last 2 vids out when we were watching Trap Lord Ross, had dropped some more details that definitely were incriminating not only D4vd, David, but some people that might have a bit of connections to this. So he was going over how, like, when he had searched David's house, when they were going through finding a little bit more incriminating evidence than the initial like raid and search, yeah, he had supposedly found some pill bottles and farm tools. Because that was one thing that he was saying like at first when he had seen it, John, that he had found some things in there that were looking like tools to kind of like incriminating, you know what I'm saying, in regards of a whole certain incident, you know what I mean, or certain incidents. I think some Dexter type of beats. Yeah, it's kind of weird for him to be having farm tools being shipped to the crib and all that type of, you know, works. We're also going over a little scenario in which it seemed that one of, I guess you could say, Celeste's family members, her name is Esmeralda, she might know as well as potentially, you know what I'm saying, David's manager, who said he doesn't know anything. Yeah, her and David's manager might know a bit more about this whole connection, or they might know a bit more than they are saying they knew about David and Celeste's whole connections, just base level, you know, and then the other type of connections, or at least seeing through just on that. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of works there where now it's seeming as though there might be a bit more, or like I've been saying throughout this whole thing, some heads might know a lot more than we had thought. They know something. So within all of that coming out at first, and of course in the backstory, we got to now where it seems as though there may be some more info coming out, at least on the part of, like, you know what I'm saying, David. Like more things incriminating him, but some more information coming out from the PI and just a whole bunch of works around. So you already know we got to check it out, and not wasting any more time on that. So Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed yap everything every single time. Let's see the info that's came out now in the David incident this time. Like we said in the intro, shout out to love with the Hun Miss Coco's Crazy, Miss Coco Bird, cooking up every time. You know, baby. Facts. We got D4vd, David. Got caught in public. He's mad. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video about Miss Coco's Crazy, Miss Coco Bud, now description and first link, shirt all love as we usually do. You already know we get down, baby. And yeah, not a second to waste, not in this incident and tragedy, because again, the more info that we can get, the better. Because again, we know some of these heads definitely know something.
Just when it seems like the situation is completely swept under the rug and there's somehow no updates, crazy things are posted. Recently, there has been allegedly a video filming David out in public. Not only that, but the private investigator that has been making a lot of claims about the situation, that has investigated David's home, has came out with even more shocking statements. There is also an audio clip from a live stream, and a lot of people think it is David. And finally, people have began generating videos of the victim, Celeste Rivez, and it is beyond disgusting, so that's what we'll cover last in this video. So there's a lot of stuff to get into, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe. With that, let's get into it.
I found that singer who murdered Ray's girlfriend's body like a month ago. Not repeatedly after that. Wow,
What? This is the tow yard where D4vd's car was impounded, and that was the person that actually discovered the human remains of Celeste Rivas inside of the vehicle.
Obviously, for legal reasons, because I really don't want to get sued, everything is alleged, including this video. We do not know for sure. Nothing can be confirmed unless it's made by an
Allegedly, hypothetically, yeah, you gotta go through all the PR speak.
official, trustworthy news source. But allegedly, this is a video where the guy who allegedly found the discussed it with some people, and we do not know their names, but it definitely is interesting, and I'm sure a lot of the people involved in this case are very, very disturbed now, and I hope the best for people that are actively contributing to help bring down an evil person.
I wouldn't be afraid of any
Factual.
closure after that. I hope this person is doing okay mentally and that they have taken the time that they need in order to process what happened to them. My condolences. There's also this live stream that's come forward, and I want you to pay close attention to the person's voice and what they've said.
I mean, if you're like sitting here yapping, like
You're
something
yapping.
that's not like relevant to the case, yeah, like we're gonna
What are
interrupt
you saying that's relevant to the case other than denying everything? What are you saying that's relevant?
Well, no, it's not denying anything. What it is,
Kind of sound like David, but I'm pretty sure we had seen some John around this where like it might have sounded like him, but it pretty sure it was like a troll or something.
Denying everything.
there's no
You
type of
said you literally haven't seen one video, you haven't seen this, you haven't seen that. So what credibility do you actually have, sir?
there isn't any video. It's weird that you have like this obsession with like P videos. I think that by itself is a little suspicious.
Most of us know by now that David has lawyered up. He has not been talking at all. He has been removing allegedly.
I'm about to say, yeah, now we know he got the 3-star hunters. He got Blair Burke in him. If you don't know Blair Burke, she's worked on behalf, or better yet, even getting into that, she's legal counsel, but better even yet to that, yeah, it's half legal counsel, half PR and optics, half, yeah, bro, we gotta save these celebrities and like high class elites, these heads, like, you know, with mad money and status and shit. We gotta save their PR, we gotta save their rep, you know what I mean? We can't let their shit go down with all the heinous shit that they have done. And it's really fucked up. But yeah, he hired them, best in the biz, so I would assume, and we already seen before in other TikToks and Jones where heads are like, oh, David is innocent, bro. Hoping David is innocent. Like, yeah, this might be like them doing the PR rollout, bro. Try to save his optics. Shit ain't happening. Nah, bruh. Again, this nigga D4vd or D4vd 445, boy, the nigga cooked, boy. Again, we'll talk about those base level associations, or better yet, well, yeah, no, they are base. The first one, second, and third, and he's looking cooked on the first two, so.
Of his reposts, a bunch of that, and turned off his comments on almost every single app he owns and every single account he has, and he'd done everything he can to just be quiet. But there's been speculation. There's been allegedly a comment he commented under a video, which we've already been over, but this is another allegation. It could just be someone that sounds like him. I'm not going to say this is for sure him, because it could just be someone that sounds kind of like him.
I think you're the one that's obsessed because you're.
I think like the active trying to like call every one of these videos.
Literally,
Like,
the way he
sus by
spoke,
sus,
it's
man.
so obvious that it's him, bro. Just a weird.
I mean, if I was sitting here,
Like,
calling
this
every
nigga.
one of three-
Nah, there's no like. See, that's where heads be jumping to conclusions. This shit way too heavily. There's no way to obviously prove that the person talking here is definitively him, because especially when we live in the day and age now with AI and bullshittery like that. Not to say that this fucking head is AI, but like, yeah, there's so many ways to doctor and fake things. Like, yeah, you couldn't immediately assume that this is definitively D4vd, Mister. It's looking like the second 445 over here. Yeah, nah. But on that, I will say, like, this person, whoever this may be, it is looking definitely a bit sus that, like, yeah, he's kind of on the tip of willing to, I guess, be on the side of running defense for David, I guess. Like, not that we know that definitively either, but it's definitely the stance of, we can see that these people in here on this TikTok live are pressing him, and he's more of like on the defensive tip. And if you're on a defensive tip towards David, I'm asking you, well, what are you defending him on? Because a lot of shit, like the base associations, have him cooked.
like a P3, I would be like, hey, you know, it's a little sus. But
Get him clean.
You know, it's a little sus. Is this nigga for real? again, like, we don't know if this David, but whoever the fuck this nigga for real, it's a little sus. Nigga, everything about this shit is sus. Nigga, again. Bro, have you heard the song Decide by D4vd? Seavers here 7 years? The fuck? Have you seen any of the Discord messages?
Particular are just a piece
Shit, striped sweater connection, the tattoos on Celeste's hand, a little sus? I think a lot of sus, my nigga. I think hella sus, actually.
of the live stream that this person was joining. And like that person said in the live stream, it's led a lot of people to believe that this is actually D4vd using a voice changer. And the voice of this person sounds suspiciously like the person that put in the SWAT call in Houston onto his family's home. There's also a lot of speculation around the fact that D4vd is showing up in different comment sections and he's trying to discredit anything that's being said about the situation.
And if there's one thing that you should not do, whether guilty or not, is talk. It's going to put you in a worse position.
Yeah, it's open up your fucking trapper. Yeah, keep the gullet shut.
So, obviously, we don't know for sure. It definitely could be someone mimicking him. That's always something that happens in scenarios. That's why I don't know for sure if it actually is him, and I'm not going to say it for sure is, but there is, I could see maybe he is mad and wants to tell the internet his opinion, but doesn't obviously want to say it on his main account, so he feels safer doing it on a different account. We never really will know for sure about this specifically.
I'm like, yeah, nah, still in this regard, like, if he's going off of my motive, which again, he's put himself in a lose-lose scenario, as we obviously already know, he should have never been associated with Celeste in the fucking first place, and within doing that, he knew his career was gonna get fucking destroyed, like we're seeing. So if we're going on, like, lose-lose, he realized PR optics, I gotta fix my shit, then, like, there would be no way he would come out and do this shit, at least going off of this motive, because this only further incriminates him, especially if heads were able to confirm that this was him. Like, what the fuck? You're out here running defense for your fucking self on TikTok lives like a moron, yet you hired the best in the business in terms of lawyer, like a legal counsel and PR and shit? It would be the dumbest shit ever. But at the same time, I guess you can't fully rule that out. I mean, this nigga was in Tommy, right?
Confirm whether or not this is actually the person, D4vd, and I cannot confirm whether or not he's actually been showing up in comment sections, but I will say that the way that this person is speaking towards the case is oddly suspicious. Now, I've told you before in the past, we simply don't know anything about the Celeste Revis case. The only thing we know is the official timeline that the LAPD has put out. But for the person to come in so drastically divisive into the situation and to also make claims as if Celeste Revis had been over a year, and that the only tie is to D4vd is the fact that she was found in the front trunk of the Tesla.
The amount of things
That is so fucking stupid. If somebody were to walk up to me and be like, yeah, bro, the only connection you got between David, D4vd, and Celeste is the fact that she was found in his Tesla, holy fuck. Yo, holy shit, I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know if I start laughing or if I just dead ass crash out, because I'm like, brother, you're just fucking lying. You're doing this blatant fucking, yo, deny, deflect, counterattack shit, bruh. Like, huh? I'm like, yo, bro, let me go ahead and show you that striped sweater connection, boy. That, again, decide connection, boy. That Savior 2 7 years. Nah, you got some more shit to see. You do. Like, fuck.
things that have come forward that seem to directly imply of his strong relationship with her. Obviously, for legal reasons, I have to be careful around this specific topic, but you all know what I mean. I mean, first of all, who just randomly has a B to the Y in the back of their car? Like, that's not something you just normally have. Like, the fact that this person...
Yo, the only reason this nigga, like, let's keep it a fucking whole buckski here. The only reason this nigga isn't rotting in a fucking jail cell currently is because, yes, he is someone with money and power and status. Any other motherfucker that gets caught in this situation with a body in your trunk, the body of a young girly pop, nigga, your ass is never seeing the light of day ever again. You're getting 23 hours solitary. Your ass will never even know. Bro, you might forget the sun even existed. The only reason this nigga D4DD 44 is not sitting in a jail cell is because, yes, bro, Here With Me and shit got 250 million fucking views. You got a lot of bread, big bar. That's the only reason you were able to hire these fucking 3-star hunters, Blair Burke and him in the first place. I'm like, yeah, bro, money and clout is fucking evil. Yeah. Yeah. And life's a bitch, ain't it?
It likely is. I'm not gonna lie, it likely is someone who is incredibly attention-seeking, and as we know, having the incredibly unpopular opinion will get you a lot of attention. It won't get you love, but it'll get you lots of attention. So that's my guess.
Oh yeah, rage baiters. Yeah, shout out to Office Coco. It's crazy. Again, I remember when she would drop the whole series on Brooke Monk. You know what I'm saying? And fuck Natalie Reynolds. The queen rage baiter herself. Like, yeah. Definitive rage bait when you're just doing shit to get like engagement and all that, and you know it's not gonna be positive engagement. It says hating, but you know you're gonna get a reaction on them head, so you still do it anyway.
I don't know if maybe it could be him, but it's probably just an attention seeker.
His vehicle is a little odd, but this is a high profile case. And a lot of people have differing opinions into the case, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion. We simply still, at this point in time, do not know whether or not this person is D4vd, but we do have confirmation about the identity of the person who did find Celeste Rivas's remains. This case is ongoing, and I will be keeping you as updated as possible with confirmed facts and also breaking down the speculation as I have been doing.
And if you go to his TikTok page right now, it is very eerie. His most recent TikTok, which isn't very recent anymore because immediately after the allegations came out, he shut off the comments and stopped posting on TikTok, which once again is likely something his lawyers told him to do. They said just shut your mouth, don't post anything, don't say anything. It's gonna get you in a worse position.
100%.
They can use all of that against you in court.
This is why they wiped the main D4vd Reddit. But and then that's why the David Unfiltered, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, you know what I'm saying, all these Reddits had to be created because if they were locking all them shits down, the Reddit, the Discord, all that beat. Not looking good.
So I'm sure that's why, but it is eerie because his most recent TikTok from a while ago has 50-something million views, and it has like 600,000 likes. And it's just in all the comments, and once again, he shut them off, so they're the comments before the comments have been paused. It's eerie how some of them have more likes than the video. It's just, if you didn't somehow know about the situation and you stumbled across his account, you would probably be very weirded out. Plus his reposts, like they've changed. They're not silly stuff anymore. It's just simply his concerts. He's removed tons and tons and tons, allegedly removed tons of reposts. And some
Nah, he definitely wiped the fuck out of a lot of those reposts. Because there was a one repost where it was the fucking one kid or whatever cutting up the meat or whatever the fuck. And like, yeah, shit like that, especially in this case, in this fucking incident and tragedy. Yeah. Looks hella fucking incriminating. This is another thing why I keep saying, boy, I'll take the John. Poster note. Bam! Sticking that shit right on that nigga's forehead. If you think we about to separate the art from the artist with D4vd 445, fuck off. Nah, that's another thing I keep gotta explain too. It's like, yeah, a lot of his shit, a lot of his reposts is like obviously his music videos, images, media, shit he's been doing. I cannot separate none of that shit. It's too just on the nose with the actual IRL tragedy, IRL fucking incident that has happened. It's like, yeah, brother, you cooked, David. I'm gonna see you later.
something even creepier is when I just look through accounts associated with him and people filming videos, and like this one, it's just, and they always turn off the comments, and I completely understand before, like I'm not saying these people are bad, they're definitely not bad or anything like that. They simply were filming a TikTok with their favorite singer, like there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, it's kind of sad to see all these people who filmed videos with someone they looked up to, and they're probably so proud of it, because like, it's not every day that you get a TikTok with someone who has some major hits, and now, you know, they just turn off their comments, and I mean, what do you do in this scenario? It doesn't make you look good or anything, just like a lot of his friends who have been unfollowing him and deleting posts and stuff because it doesn't look good to be connected to him anymore.
My biggest question was, where was David in the month of May? If the car started moving around in late May all the way up until July 29th, where was he? Let's find out. I did a lot of research, and I found every single public appearance that I can pinpoint his exact location on that day. So I'm going to show you what I found, and just let me know what you guys think. Here's the first view of the board. This is all the work that I've done. And
wow, nah, Hun got a holy shit. Nah, she really got the fucking timeline rocking. We got the other timeline, but I'm pretty sure like at least from the Tesla, like the Tesla video that we covered on that John, that timeline might be a little outdated, but like roughly still works. But yeah, nah, she said, let me bust out a whiteboard. Oh yeah, it's getting hefty, bro. This nigga D4vd thought he was getting away, not with this one.
Let me get to explaining. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to give you guys the date, and then I'm going to show you exactly where he was on that day. So let's focus on the month of May first. May the 1st, he had a concert in Germany. May 10th, he did a live stream with Cat's Eye, and he also was at a gaming competition.
Looking back, if somehow allegedly that account arguing was David, that is honestly, like, just think about that for a minute. That is so sad. Like, no one is defending this.
Fuck it being sad. That shit is just dumb. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, again, do you know the shit that's being said across your name right now? Your ass need to be fucking silent, brother. Again, it would just make, that's the part that would just makes no sense to me. It's like you hired the best in the fucking business. Their whole point is one, in legal counsel to defend you on that part, especially in criminal court, to make sure your ass ain't guilty, which everyone, at least most heads looking around this shit, they think you allegedly, hypothetically are, brother. Second to that, it's like, yo, their whole other shit is PR, so like they can get.
And the more you get your information from these like deeply unserious.
Fuck it, I'm saying it.
A motherfucker. He's never unavoidable, I swear to God. Anyway, sidebarring his dumbass. Like, yeah, the whole point is to like sway public perception to basically get heads off his back. If you are finna come out onto this fucking TikTok live and try to defend your name in the worst way possible, bruh, it really ain't helping, you know, the PR side of your fucking hires, man. Like, what? It just, so that part just does not make any sense to me. But I already am assuming that this is not him. Like, you know what I mean? Because, again, there's nothing really to confirm stamping that this is David and it's called literally nothing at all.
Dude anymore. Maybe like a month ago there were some people defending him, and now basically no one is because it just doesn't look good at all for him. Imagine how sad that is. You have to defend yourself because literally no one will defend you. And you go on some random live stream with like 100 viewers.
Damn, you know who else is going through this shit? Miz. Not obviously do the same shit David's fucking going through with this bullshittery, but like, yeah, bro, nobody's coming to defend your ass. Yeah, you want to know why? Probably because your ass looks boxed, guilty as fuck. Go ahead and try to get the rebound, rat. Except you fucking can't. Get back down the court.
Do it.
In Los Angeles. May 13th, he had a concert in Malaysia. May 16th, he had a concert in the Philippines. Now, I want you to remember that the car started moving in late May. So here are his whereabouts in late May. May 22nd, he had a concert in South Korea. May 25th, he had an appearance in Tokyo. Now, we cannot account for these days here, and it does take about 10 to 11 hours in order for you to get from Tokyo to LA. We don't know when he left, but we know that this portion is open, and at some point here, on one of these days, he came back to LA because going into June, on June the 1st, in Los Angeles, he was at a concert for the Stray Boys.
It's crazy how I remember the first day that the allegations came out, because all of going through the events like this video does reminds me of it. I remember so many people, and I don't know, because I honestly didn't know what to think because it was such shocking news, but I remember people were immediately, like 90% of the internet was like, oh, he's been framed. Some random person put a B to the Y in the back of his car. He's been framed, obviously.
You could never be that naive.
And then as days went by,
because you got asked. If you immediately go on the presumption or assumption that like he's framed, it's like who and for what reason, and better yet, who would be like hating D4vd David enough to set him up and frame him this way? Like these are immediate things you have to break down. So when people say this shit, like I'm assuming that they've started already in their mind breaking down how this could be a logical like motive, perspective, or any John to have in regards to him doing this. And I guess they're not. Because, again, you ask further questions, it just makes no fucking sense. That's why I always said, him being framed as one of the motives, and there's like fucking 10 or 11 of these shits now, but that shit was always like a 2.5% for me. No one set this nigga up, because that would make no fucking sense. If you're gonna set this nigga up to do, like, to get incriminated for a crime and shit like that, yo, there's way other easier shit to frame this nigga for. I don't think fucking, again, like, literal, the loss of a young girly pop's life found in his fucking trunk was the method, brother. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? But anyway, that shit is all dumb. What really boxes all him getting framed out is, like, him getting framed for this shit. David Celeste Island trip. The clip where he is sitting right next to her. Striped sweater connection where he is sitting directly across from her. And what can you see in the John? The sweater that he has on in one of his flicks. Oh boy, the red David tattoo in the red ink that we talked about before. The engagement ring. Oh my god, like when he was saying, God, I waited till wifey gets in here, y'all, bro, to give the whole backstory. He got fucking framed? Fuck off! He's thinking framed. That motive is so dog shit. Like, you have to get rid of that motive, bro. Like, I know, again, that was at first. Miss Coco's crazy saying. But, like, anyone who were to still believe that then or now, bro, holy fuck. Like, it
became more and more unlikely that was the truth. So it's just kind of insane. And yeah, every single time the internet takes it into their own hands and does some research, which obviously we can't trust every single thing we see, but I went through this girl's video and I thought she did a pretty good job. I fact checked as many things as I could, and I think she did a pretty good job. I did not find many mistakes in this video, so I think, obviously, I hope she doesn't get sued by David, but I think he has other things to worry about at the moment.
Very much so.
June the 10th, he was in New York City on a live stream with Kid Super, and at some point through here, he came back to LA because we spotted him again June the 16th. June the 16th, he was live streaming from his Hollywood Hills home. And I want you to remember the car was moving around in this month as well. There are no specific dates, but it was moving around in June. June 18th, he did a live stream with the Chopettes, and I did a little bit of digging on them. They are based in Los Angeles. Now, I can't account for any of these days because there were no public appearances. Also, he was not performing in this month. All right, and now it's time for July. Notice July the 29th was the day that the car was officially abandoned. July 4th, he attended a 4th of July party on live stream, and it was based in LA as well.
For someone who's...
Oh, so...
July 4th, he attended a 4th of July party on live stream, and it was based in LA.
I love boobs. Is this Sakura? Yeah.
For someone who seems to be involved in a lot of horrible things, why does he love to go on live streams? Like,
this is something I've been asking for so long. David Celeste Island trip clip. You see, like, obviously Celeste says her John, like, it was controversial to R-word children. Like, yeah, no shit. Obviously, it's even more fucking controversial for her to be sitting right next to this nigga. Anyway, shit pissed me off superficially, heftily. But, like, yeah, something that made no sense to me throughout this whole thing is that, like, yeah, he says delete everything, get all this shit out of here. But then if that's the case, why the fuck would you put yourself in this scenario again? Why would you have her on stream? There's also another John where allegedly, hypothetically, Celeste is in the clip and he's pushing her out of the camera. You do not want her on the camera or whatever the fuck. But at the same time, you are willing to bring her on the camera on the live stream. I'm baffled. It's like you're trying to hide her, but you're bringing her on a public platform. It doesn't make any sense. It's stupid, dumb, moronic, brainless shit. That's why I'm like, yo. Like I said in the beginning, and I'll keep saying in every vid, somebody knows some shit. And it may not be the shit that makes sense, but somebody knows something on this boy. Because, like, it just...
I know we've all seen the one because I've shown it before, and it's alleged. We do not know if the girl was Celeste. It's been debatable whether it's her or not.
Definitely do. It's Celeste Island clip.
But he's seen kind of pushing a girl out of the camera of a live stream.
Oh, no, that's the other one. Yeah.
I don't know why he enjoys doing live streams, because he's like... He seems to be involved in so many different terrible things, but he keeps going on these live streams, and it's just now.
It baffles me. That's where it truly does lose me. I'm like, yo, if you're trying to hide Johns, the last thing I want to be on is a public, especially like on these popping streamers, bruh. Like going on fucking Jason the Ween shit. The last thing you need is to be on a plat with like 100,000 heads live. What the fuck It's so fucking stupid. Like, what the fuck?
Especially when you go through the old ones, it's just not making him look any better. So I just don't know what he was thinking.
It makes you look worse. It's street, bruh. It's straight Streisand effect shit. Hold on. Like, it is definitive Streisand effect shit. Look, Streisand effect. The phenomenon in which an attempt to suppress or hide information backfires, inadvertently causing the information to receive wider attention and publicity. Yo, if you want, especially being on a clip, if you want all the clips from this John you sit next to Celeste to be deleted, why is it that on multiple instances she is on with you publicly on a fucking live stream? Streisand effect, directly, definitively, like perfect. Mwah, chef's kiss. I never seen it better. It's like, yo, what are we? This ain't no we shit. What is that weird ass nigga D4vd 445 doing? I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Not at all.
Then he comes back sometime around here because we spot him at home on the 17th. No public appearances and no concerts during this time or interviews, but for the next 2 days he was at home with his friends live streaming in the Hollywood Hills mansion. July 29th, the car was officially abandoned and parked in his final spot. And then July 30th, he leaves for his tour and he has his first show in San Francisco, California. And in case you needed it, in August he was extremely busy. These are all of his tour dates. This is the first leg of his tour. Thank you.
I'm about to say with the Withered album. Yeah.
In August he was extremely busy. These are all of his tour dates. This is the first
Withered
leg of his tour. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video breakdown of David's whereabouts during the months that the car was moving.
And since the news broke, he has obviously moved out of his house, or the LA house.
Yeah, that is the $20,000 a month. Getting grammar for nothing. Please, yep.
He was in, and other people, and it's been searched, and a lot of things have happened since. And since that's happened, allegedly very recently, a video circulated where someone claims to see David. They don't confront the person or anything, meaning that it could be staged, but I'm gonna let you guys see it because it has gotten quite a good amount of views. The comments were very conflicted. The person in the video seems to be very short, and they are wearing similar things to what David sometimes wears, but other than that, there isn't much evidence in this video. It did, once again, get a lot of views, and half the comments were saying, you're crazy, you just filmed some random guy, you weirdo, and the other half were saying, David's just walking around and stuff. Like, it's very, very split.
I'll be the judge of this.
I wish I could show the comments, but I just downloaded the video. I did not screenshot the comments. So in my personal opinion, I do not know if that was him. They don't show his face. And I remember that Ashley Barton
I'm being the judge of this.
Obviously, these are two different entirely different situations and stuff, but a lot of the time, because she went to college and a lot of people knew where she went, she would get filmed a lot of different times, and usually her face showed, so it was more likely that that was her. and sometimes it didn't, but it still went viral. So it's one of those scenarios where it's like, it could be, but at the same time, I mean, it's likely it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like the voice audio or the recording in the live stream. Like, we don't really know.
Breaking news in the D4 DVD, David and Celeste Hernandez case.
D4vd DVD. Yeah, I was fucking that John up the whole time too when we first started covering this.
Yes, what they found in his house. Yes, they have now released details on exactly what they found when they raided his house in September. And it's shocking, but I'm not that shocked in this day and age. They found a lot of...
There is no universe where YouTube will let me keep this video up if I show what she's about to say, but it starts with a D and ends with an S, if you know what I mean. It's something that you take, if you know, D-G.
Huh? Oh, drugs. Oh, drugs. I'm like, yeah. Nah, because I would tell her straight up, yeah, all my videos be getting yellow marks, so who even cares?
Just, you know what I mean. I cannot go any further on the word, but that's a ton of the things that they found in his house. They found tons of that. I'm really, really sorry. I want to be as specific as possible, but a bunch of my videos have gotten...
Nah, because, yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier in the intro, and then you could check out the last vid when we were watching about how Miss Coke was crazy. But, yeah, the private investigator apparently had found, like, pill bottles and junk like that, and again, like, the farm tools, and it was just seeming... obviously very weird for David to be getting shipped farm tools and have a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, pill bottles and junk around, considering one of the things that not even one, well, yeah, no, it is. What am I talking about? Truly can't grammar phrase anything for nothing. Where now? Truly never meaning the dumbass allegations. Anyway, but like, yeah, one of the things that's going on is that within Celeste, like, they're obviously doing a toxicology report for her because one of the motives are going on is that Celeste could have potentially OD'd or overdosed or anything like that. So if that were to be true to the case, like allegedly, hypothetically, or whatever, and David got pill bottles and shit around, well, where would she have got these substances to have that scenario happen to her? Well, you know who I'm looking at. David in his house, and how there were supposedly, allegedly, hypothetically pill bottles around. So yeah, like, not good.
Restricted on David, and I just have to be incredibly careful, but most of you know what I mean, and that does not make him look any better because his leaked song about Celeste was talking about how she gets him H to the H, how he will only open up to him when she's on D to the G. Like, that's literally what the song is about. I'm sure a lot of you have heard it. It's gone viral since, obviously, the situation, but that is literally what it's about. So the evidence is not working in his favor.
That can induce hysteria and can easily be OD'd on, leading to an unaliving, if you know what I mean. At least that's what they're trying to say is the cause of her unaliving. And I told you guys this about a month ago when I posted that they're going to try to frame this based on what the LAPD is saying as a unintentional unaliving, meaning that no one actually unalived her, but there is abuse of a which could
because, yeah, obviously if you've seen the LAPD statement, there's no cause of murder into that, like I've been saying the whole time. If you can't find a cause of murder, well, then you can't find a murderer because there's no murderer. So there's that. But how willingly am I, in my own opinion, to believe that shit? I will be damned. Again, because even like I just said, if it comes off that within the toxicology report that Celeste overdosed, like that's not the definitive end all be all. The questions would be, okay, well then what did she overdose on? 1, 2, whatever that substance is, how did she get it? 3, like, well, yeah, it would be 2 itself, but 3 going into that is where does she get the money to be able to even purchase these drugs? Or like, it just breaks down. It further devolves in like this. Only still cooks David. Like, there's no way that it would just, at least again in my opinion, like stop there and all be all for me there. Like, oh, Celeste overdose, shit, well, yeah, damn, it was an accident. What the fuck? Yeah, nah, bro, you niggas must be insane.
Only be a gross misdemeanor in California.
On this channel, we've discussed the possibilities of how she sadly passed, and that is one of them. Obviously, there's been a lot of discussion of her being M to the deed, but there is also speculation that there is a possibility that it could have been some sort of accident. But even if it somehow is an accident, the evidence of him with her, all of the things, her in the back of the car, like, there's so much stuff.
It's unfucking deniable. And this is the shit I've been talking about the whole time. When those David G boys be like, yo, I hope David is innocent. David, he's innocent. I swear, I'm gonna keep looking them in their eye. In the eye. And be like, yo, what is he innocent on? There's 3 levels to this with D4vd. Here's his base level association to Celeste. There's D4vd 445, pink DMs, the pink background DMs with Celeste and her friend. And then there's, yeah, allegedly, hypothetically, David is the one that took Celeste's life. Which part, when you say this, are you trying to say he's innocent on? Because you have to clarify. The first one, base association, is cut and dry. I wouldn't, like, that shit is not arguable at all. He definitely had association to Celeste. 2, D4vd 445, from what we're seeing with those DMs, he's cooked. Real bad. Very bad. 3, no cut, like LAPD statement, no cause of murder. There cannot be a murder. So we're still innocent until proven guilty on that. But again, like I keep saying with these heads, they need to clarify, what do you mean by this? Like, what is he innocent on exactly? Because there is a lot of bad things that is on his name right now.
If this guy gets away scot-free, like, I am going to lose my mind. And I'm sure
I agree.
a lot of people are going to, because, like, I just don't understand, like, there's so many things this guy has done. I could make a list of, like, the 25 different horrific things this guy has done.
I could just go through the videos. I'm not even gonna lie, like, I can just start going through each vid. As a matter of fact, hold on. I got you. Heads are gonna say milking, whatever, like farming. Heads don't care, disingenuous. But yeah, they hit a nigga's a slop tuber. Slop tuber. They've been saying this shit about a nigga the whole time and everything. Right ring mega grifter slop tubers. But yo, peep game with me. Lock in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I think this video about make 24. I've seen a lot of the connections that David has had with Celeste, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, his media, you know what I'm saying, his music videos, a lot of these different connections, babe boy. They not about to just tell me, yeah, he's innocent, scot-free, he ain't do nothing. Nada. I ain't hearing it. I'm not at all. Not in any modicum, not in any regard. Once more, this fool, at the very least, just by himself, he knows something. Undoubtedly. Like, yo, nah. We'll never be going for that.
Each one probably makes him deserve at least 10 years in prison. It's insane to me. But he'll probably just get away with, like, yeah, something like abuse of corpse.
So they're basically trying to say that they were partying. They found the during the raid. She must have OD'd. She was unresponsive. When everybody sobered up, they saw her probably there laying on the ground, unresponsive, and OD'd and unalived. No pulse, right? They got scared, so they put her somewhere in the house. Didn't know what to do. They panicked. They didn't know if they should call the police, because if they did get the police involved...
Hun, please say it, because this is... this is why I feel like my motive lose for him is so stamped in.
Call the ambulance, then they would be charged with...
And you know what else would be really bad about that? Yo, Celeste has been missing for like a fucking year. Why is it that now we found her in this situation, mind you, in this hypothetical alleged scenario or whatever? With you, David, D4vd. Why is she with you? It's like, nah, bro, that's frying him, like, immediately.
With crimes, because she is a murderer and she has taken illegals.
That is definitely a possibility, but I truly hope that we have, like, proof if that is a scenario that happened.
Of course, because you want everything as, like, substantiated as possible. Going through this, though, again, like, this just fries. This is why I'd be like, yo, bro, there should be so many things David should be fried for, like kidnapping and abducting, because, again, if we can see that she's with you during the time in which her missing poster, and, like, she's just literally out missing during that period, and she's with you, brother, you're fried. Why is she with you? Why is it like, why would it be a thing like locally known too that she's missing? We see her with you. What, especially if you acknowledge, like if they had ever peeped or read game and realized that she was missing, which was another thing, which was that little like Twitter John or that note where like, oh yeah, bruh, I know we aren't in our ideal circumstances. I know you wanted to go back to your mommy and sister. Like if you're acknowledging, bruh, see, that's why I hate that a good amount of this alleged and hypothetical. My thing is this. If David were to ever acknowledge that, like, yeah, Celeste is missing. They have missing posters out for her, right? And she's with him. I guarantee he would realize, oh, fuck. If they catch her with me, I'm fucked. Like, yo, real shit. Because That's what we're seeing. That's basically what we're seeing now. And the resulting incident and tragedy is fucking horrible as this shit is. There is no fucking way. That's what, yo, this shit really does get me mad, bruh. Like, it's so right there.
And it's not like that definitely happened and not something else. So I really, really, truly hope that if that is a scenario, we for sure know that, and there's like no doubt in it. And if that happened, it is truly heartbreaking. Anyway, however she passed, I don't care. If anyone blames her, because I've seen some victim blaming in the
Those fucking David G boy losers. They tried to do this shit after that the clip I had released from TMZ when Celeste had got into that altercation with her neighbors. They're trying to say, no, maybe Celeste set him up, she was erratic, all this shit. I'm like, brother, if you don't shut the fuck up. Again, Celeste at the time of this shit was like 14-year-old girl, and at the time they first started associating, she was 11 years old. I don't give a damn, bro. You should be expecting a jit to act erratic. Why? They're stupid young bulls. Fucking jits. And you know who shouldn't be associating with a fucking jit? D4vd of fucking adults. So I don't know where the fuck those morons are getting that dumb shit, but they need to stop saying it immediately. Like, what the fuck are we sitting here doing?
Scenario, you're a horrible person. I don't care.
Nah, you are genuinely a piece of shit. Like, if you do that shit, like, you are actually a fucking asshole.
What happened? She's a victim in this scenario, and she deserves justice.
Stamped in.
She's a runaway. And she's not even supposed to be in that house with him living there. It's
exactly
illegal. So it could have been 5 or 6 crimes charged if he would have called the police or the ambulance and they found her OD'd. So he panicked and he got scared. That's what I think. If this wasn't malicious intent, which I don't know, but I'm just...
No matter what, this shit is malicious. David, D4v fucking D. You should not be associating with this minor girly pop. You know where she should be? Even if we do know the knowledge, I guess, like, hypothetical or whatever, that she has a turbulent or tumultuous home life. She should be at home with her fucking parents, hopefully fixing that turbulent home life situation. Not with your weird ass. You thinking that you're fucking Atami, some fucking anime character, some bullshittery. And that's what I'm saying, like... Fuck that, bro. That nigga's fucked regardless. Like, there should be no qualms on this. Why the hell are you sitting next to a legitimate 14-year-old fucking girl, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Like, yo... We've been covering this for so long, and it's so goddamn annoying. If this nigga somehow gets away with this bullshittery, bro, they might as well look niggas in the face. Hey, yo, bro, if you got money and clout, crime is legal, bro. If you got money and clout, crime is legal, bro. Crime is legal? Fuck! Would a nigga like the grammar? No. But yeah, nah. Who is it gonna be? Like, not even who is it? Fucking Diddy getting away with this shit. Now it's gonna be, what, this nigga next? Nah, bro. Like, yo, this shit is really crazy, bro. Money and clout rule the world.
Telling you what the defense and what the LAPD is trying to frame this as. The body was decomposed for several weeks, so I'm thinking that the partying and
No, I could see that. I could definitely see that. And his career is destroyed no matter how. She passed by now.
No matter how you slice it, that nigga's done. It's over. Completely. You still listening to this nigga? Anytime beyond this shit, fuck you. You're a loser.
Literally anyway, and honestly, rightfully so, because it's just... In this situation, it's so troubling in every possible way, because I've said this before and I've seen comments about it, but like the way that this guy was like seemed inspiring before, like how he like built himself from nothing, how he used BandLab to get successful, like it's just like the ideal success story. It's scary how disgusting some people are, and we just like we walk by these people, we listen to their music, we look up to them, and we don't realize how evil these people are.
This is why, like I get it's hypocritical chilly shit, and I'll take it to the chin, because, like, oh, as a fucking YouTuber, aren't you supposed to care about the cloud and shit and all that type of junk too? Yes and no. Never let the money and cloud get to your head to where you think you're a fucking god. You start doing weird ass shit. You think you can never do any wrong. You think you could never have consequences and shit like that. You're human at the end of the day. Your ass will be getting consequences. But also to that, it's like, yeah, bro, who doesn't want to grow their platform and all that type of shit? But, bro, do not let that shit ruin you. Rot your shit out. It's annoying. It is. So once more, I'll just keep saying, if you want to become a content creator, whatever it means, baby, I don't know, rapper, singer, just famous in some type of John's posting media, bro, stay humble. Like, real shit. And definitely learn PR and optics today, now. Because, boy, do some of these motherfuckers not know it for shit.
Must have happened the beginning of July. And they panicked and didn't know what to do with her for 2 weeks. That's what I'm guessing, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if that's a fact. That's just my hypothesis at this point based on these slow toxicology reports. Like, I don't ever remember toxicology reports taking this long. Yes, her is severely decomposed, but it's all a little fishy. It's all just,
Plus, what I want to know is, if that's true, then why would he leave B to the Y in his Tesla where it could easily be found? Like, why would he do that? If he wanted to hide it because he was panicking, why wouldn't he hide her in his home? Like, I just don't understand that scenario. It's like, that's why I had the theory, and other people have had the theory, that he almost wanted some sort of attention from the scenario, and he wanted it.
I lead back to, how about we don't prey on fucking minors? How about, if you wanted to be a fucking successful singer-songwriter or some shit, you focus on your fucking career, and again, not trying to associate with this young girly pop that should have never knew your fucking ass in the first place. It baffles me. I keep trying to tell y'all, bro, I want to put the boss in a 5-bed, 5-bath. You know what I also say? One time in the shits, yo, stop hitting niggas up. Real shit. Stop trying to fuck, especially if you're a content creator and all that shit. Stop talking to niggas in DMs. Stop being in these discords. All this shit. I don't get it, bro. Niggas talk about they got dreams, all this other shit, and then do some bullshittery to fuck it all up. It makes no sense. Zero. I keep telling y'all, like I just came up with saying, I want to put the boss in a 5-bed, 5-bath. That's my fucking priorities. I don't give a damn about getting in a DM. I don't give a damn about no fucking jaloop. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. Any motherfucker who really cares about their dreams and shit is going to be prioritizing them. Dead ass. That's why, like, yo, I keep going through this and it gets me more and more angry. It's like, yeah, it's like the Hunmiss Go Crazy was literally saying, this nigga had the perfect come up story, perfect success story, all that shit, you just throw it all the fuck away? What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god. Let alone, again, the abhorrent shit that this is, like, you're fucking throwing it away? To associate with this young girly pop that had her whole fucking life ahead of her. David, fuck you, you piece of shit. Just go fuck yourself, like real shit. You dumb niggas, they'll never be appreciative for shit, bro. They'll never think about all the actual good shit that they have in John. All I think about is, oh man, whatever fucking, I don't even know, fucking vices. I don't want to say that shit. It sounds fucking terrible, bro. Just why put Celeste in this fucking situation? Fuck even putting himself in this shit. Why? You evil motherfuckers.
To be found, or he knew it would inevitably be found. Like, that's what I thought, because I just don't understand, like, if you were desperately trying to hide her and hide your disgusting actions, then, like, why, out of all places, would you choose that as an option where it's pretty easily going to be revealed? Like, that's just the question I have, if this is what comes out to be the alleged truth.
An insane update on the murder of Celeste Rebez has emerged, and this source comes from Steve Fisher, a private investigator who is currently working on the case.
I was at the house the other day, and there was other vehicles in the garage, so it looked like another Tesla to me.
Now that clip comes from an interview he did with Pop Crime TV, uploaded to YouTube yesterday, and I highly suggest you guys watch this because it is insane. But by far the biggest thing to come out of this interview was the fact private investigator Steve Fisher confirms a family friend of Celeste emailed Josh Marshall, the missing picture person of Celeste Rebez, and the very next day, Celeste Rebez would return home to her family by herself.
What I've heard is that the first time she was found, she was found there, and then the second time she came home on her own. I know somebody that wrote an email to Josh and people very close to Josh saying she's there, she's a missing person, and literally the next day she showed up.
The world did.
Yo, did this not just basically confirm what I was saying earlier? Where it's like, yo, in any modicum, if David knew that, like, she's missing and all that, or somebody around knew that, like, Celeste is missing, bruh, is your first jaw not, well, first of all, even before that, you never put yourself in a scenario. Is your first jaw not, yeah, she gotta go back home. She should have never been here. Oh my god, bro. And then as soon as the manager knows, she just magically shows up back home. Only to end up back with David again. Yeah, I had the best in the business. Those 3-star hunters. There's no way he about to just slide off with this jaw. Right? Right? It's like, don't even the manager. The manager got, he just got the fresh email right to his inbox. And guess who showed up back home next day? What? What? Yo, there's no way, bro.
Not deserve her. Like, the world did not deserve this girl at all. She honestly she almost deserves. I just wish so badly that there's some way to give her some sort of chance, like another chance, because it's just so unfair what happened to her. And it's so disgusting. It's like, I just don't understand why. How could I don't even, like I said before in this video, I don't even care how exactly. Well, obviously it does matter what happens, but like no matter what, like there's so many evil people clearly involved. More than one person was clearly and very, very likely involved in this.
That's what I've been saying, bro. Somebody knows some shit. Someone or somebody. Somebody's. Like, yo. But at this point, no, people definitely know shit.
Scenario, but like, why can't there be some magical way that like she gets another chance? Because it's not fair that her life is just taken away from her.
She came back by herself.
I'm not even joking, guys. During the editing of this video, Josh Marshall has actually responded to this information, saying it's false, and he's tagged multiple creators who are spreading this info. Pause it if you want to read all that, but he's basically saying the email is not true, and this is affecting his family. He goes on to say he doesn't live in the house David and Celeste were staying at, and that he lives with his wife.
Yeah, no shit, dumbass. Like, we already knew this. You signed under the fucking house, like, under your name. Like, yeah.
And daughter, who is 14 years old, the same age Celeste would be when she was. Now, honestly, I'm not sure how credible the private investigator sources are anymore, but I'm also not sure how credible Josh Marshall is.
I do not believe in this guy at all, whatsoever. This motherfucker said he doesn't know shit. Like, off the first Ripski, when this show was first coming out, like, he said he didn't know anything at all. But yet, again, if we're going back to the other thing that PI said with the whole, like, thing with the association, with Celeste, I remember Esmeralda, they're saying, like, yo, Josh, you might have been the guy that got them into Six Flags and all that shit, so you didn't know anything about David's association to Celeste? I don't believe this nigga at all.
They see what the silence has done to David's career and try to save face before time passes, and he starts losing more friends, and it starts affecting his work. Remember, take this all with a grain of salt. They could both be lying to us, or...
That's what I'm saying. At the very least, yeah, I'm going both be lying, but I know for damn sure I don't trust this nigga Josh at all.
Both be telling the truth. Only time will tell, so make sure you follow me to keep updated on all the facts with this situation.
I don't think his comment and his tagging creators makes him look innocent or guilty. I think that it's just like, if you were in the scenario, I would totally want to distance myself from David. Like, if I were some evil person involved in the scenario, I mean, it makes sense. Like, you would
I'm out of there, nigga.
want to distance yourself. And we've already talked about this, but all of his friends are obviously unfollowing him, deleting posts, doing everything they can because they just don't want their career ruined. I don't even think it was David's silence that destroyed his career. I think it's all the disturbing and disgusting updates that have destroyed his career. That are saying,
It's just more and more connections, like, coming out. Yeah, like, it looks worse and worse. It's just more and more incriminating shit.
Yeah, dude, you're cooked. So, I mean, him being silent and him talking, I don't think it'd make much of a difference because, I mean, let's just face the truth at this point. Like I said, there's likely multiple people involved, allegedly. Like, it points to that being a scenario. There's probably going to be more than one person guilty in this scenario. It's just a matter of how much evidence ties people to it specifically. And like the girl before this said, it's taking a while, and it's honestly kind of annoying how long it's been taking. It's just, like she said, she put it perfect.
Yeah, with the, like, and that's another thing, too, with the whole, like, case, obviously the criminal case on this, like, with the just updates coming from the actual sources being LAPD, and the last update we got was, you know, no cause of murder or anything like that. That is mad frustrating. You would think after some time they would have at least a little bit more. Again, they are going to obviously be the research, like, not only researchers, but like the best resource of getting the most true information, the most evidence, things and such like that, especially on forensics. But by God, is it feeling like it's taking fucking forever.
Kind of fishy, and I really just hope this doesn't get swept under the rug. I know that people made TikToks about how, like, it's gone silent. Like, all of a sudden, for a while, all you could see was update, David this, David that, and then just a week later, silence. There's nothing. Like, when I look for updates and I see something and I look into it, there's like one video on it, and it's a major update, and there's huge allegations surrounding it. It's like, I mean, what happened? It's so strange. So I hope the private investigator is reliable, but obviously we cannot confirm that yet, like the person in this video stated perfectly.
Huge update for the David and Celeste Bass investigation, so please stop scrolling. You're gonna want to hear this. Now, in my last video, I went over how the person driving David's Tesla has been identified by private investigator Steve Fisher. And while he was reviewing all of the camera footage, he said not one time did anyone see Celeste leave the house or enter the Tesla, which is leading the investigators to believe Celeste was staying in a different house, which is when they discovered this address that matches up perfectly with the photos David and Celeste could be seen in, like this picture of the same exact bathroom, or the...
Wait, what the fuck? Oh shit, I've never seen this before. Oh shit! What?
Live stream they did, you can see this picture. It's the same kitchen. Even in these
What?
the same exact bathroom. Or the live stream they did, you can see this picture.
Yo, what?
It's the same kitchen. Even in these pictures, you can see it's the
My princess so handsome. Oh yeah, nah, this nigga.
same wall art. Now, not only is this address 4 minutes away from the house David was renting, but apparently, right around the time Celeste went missing.
Yeah, this I was about to say. There was like a John. I remember this Reddit post. They were showing like he had went under contract for this John and like immediately deaded this too.
Is whenever this new house would be available to rent again. Now, what's even crazier is days before the investigator would come out to say they have identified the person driving the Tesla, he would post this tweet calling out David's friend Neo. He points out that it might have been him who was driving the Tesla.
Yeah, we were seeing this John in one of the one of like first vids coming out with the private investigator. Yeah.
Tesla. And it's no coincidence that David and Neo can be seen in multiple pictures touching each other, and it's making people speculate that they had a relationship together. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.
Let me see. Update on David. David allegedly bisexual. David allegedly in a secret relationship with Neo the Asian.
The private investigator
Okay.
has a Twitter account, and that's where he mainly posts on. So if you're curious for more updates from him, and once again, take it with a grain of salt. Yes, he's a private investigator, but we don't know for sure. And just be careful when you make videos on the scenario so you don't get sued by his friends or by David himself if he ever somehow gets out of the situation, which obviously is a possibility.
You shouldn't.
Due to his wealth and power,
Fair
and
enough.
maybe there's not enough evidence tying him, who knows, and it's taking quite a bit. But just know that he tweets a lot of different stuff and has a lot of information that he claims to be coming out, and he keeps on like tagging people and mentioning people, which is cool. I just really hope that he's not lying. And now lastly, I know that I've talked about this in former videos, but I really want to touch on this specifically because I have not talked about this. People are AI generating videos of Celeste talking and saying like, guys, please send me love and flowers, and I don't even want to...
Yeah, to say like the very least, yeah. Do not do that shit. It's fucking weird and fucked up.
give the people attention, so I'm not even gonna show the videos, partly out of respect for her, because that's if my life was ended in a horrific way, I wouldn't want people to be seeing AI generated videos. That's just disrespectful. But there are a lot of them, and they've gone viral. I don't know why. I guess because maybe people comment stuff. But seriously, do not ever AI generate videos of people. And obviously, AI has not quite gotten advanced yet where it looks realistic. But when it does, we're going to be in serious trouble because, I mean, yeah, obviously it's very clear that
Nah, some of these jumps do look pretty realistic. Like, if you get a good prompt on Sora 2, yeah, it might get a little mixy, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, now I understand what the homies calculator is saying. Like, when you could just easily boot up, like, the most realistic looking shit ever because AI's got, like, that sophisticated, oh yeah, it's absolutely getting mixy. Shit is mixy again and shit's right now.
AI because, well, she passed away very sadly very recently, but people could use it to, let's just say, fake evidence and stuff and just mess up investigations, and there's so many troubles that come with it. Please just don't do that. Also, because victims in these scenarios, just, they deserve respect, and that is something, I don't know why, but she has just not been given. People have been sexualizing her in so many different ways, and that's been a major thing that I've seen on TikTok. I don't know why people just see it acceptable, because one, she is a minor, and two, she is a...
It's because, yeah, niggas on the internet, they just can't but help doing the weird shit, huh? They never can.
Young girl, like, she is... I just don't understand, like, is it that hard to not treat someone like a human being, that she literally is a human being? Like, it's not that difficult. So, do not generate AI videos. I've seen too many of those, and it's just annoying and disgusting, and I try to block the accounts, but apparently blocking stuff on TikTok tells TikTok that I want to see the videos, because when I block them, they recommend me more. So, if you see those, there's no dislike button, but block the...
Casual, you know what I'm saying? Features working? Nah, I think I'll do quite the opposite.
accounts, and don't comment anything for engagement. That's likely what they want. That's why they're using her image and adding AI to it so she can kind of, they can beg for comments through her, which is so disgusting. Putting that into a sentence makes my stomach feel sick. But yeah, just look out for those videos, and yeah, just, they're disgusting. So I know I've made a few videos on this scenario. I haven't made videos. I made a video a few days ago, but it took a few weeks for me to make that one because I just didn't expect, like, David news to just go under the rug. Like, no one's talking about it anymore, and I figured, well, we might as well have an update on the scenario. I didn't know if anyone was going to watch it.
Need this info out, baby.
Are somehow getting bored of such a horrific scenario, and I'm not saying my audience is, you guys are not at all.
Yeah, nah, like, again, we were talking about this in the last one, like, Miss Coco's crazy bit. Yeah, like heads getting bored of this shit. Like I would hope that heads aren't getting bored like that. Like yeah, they find this shit no longer entertaining. Like this isn't even some shit to really find entertaining like that. It's more or less like, yo, we need this boy to be conclusive. We need this to come to a conclusion on why the fuck, like what is the David's connection to this? At least how deep does it get? Again, allegedly, hypothetically, was he the one that took her life? Like we need to see all the other connection to these other heads. Are they implicated? Did they help him out with this? Like there's a whole bunch of John. So I would hope heads are just getting bored, like casting us away. Like, oh, who gives a fuck? Like, no. Niggas give a fuck. Real bad. Especially because, again, a young girly pop lost her life. She had her whole life ahead of her. Like, yeah, I would think heads would really care because, yo, if it wasn't for this weird motherfucker, at least on a base level associating with her, she would still be here right now, presumably.
But it seems like people treat it like this kind of like silly little game, silly little show. Like, they treat it like it's like a reality show or something like that. They treat it like it's these people are characters and they're bored of it. Because I've seen comments complaining about how they're bored of hearing about this, which it's like, yeah, you're
It's fucking crazy.
kind of a terrible person for saying that. So yeah, I just thought I'd make some updates before. Likely no one talks about it anymore. I do not know why, but this is something a lot of people have talked about recently. That like no one's saying anything anymore. It's just there's nothing, like silence. There was update. Now it's almost silence. So. That's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It ended off on a very sad note, but it is a pretty disturbing video. And let me know what you think in the comments. Remain respectful, especially to the victim. There better not be any comments saying anything rude towards her. And with that, that's the end of the video. See you in the next one.
You already know, of course, every time. Every single time. Shout out, should have love with the Hun, Miss Coco's crazy, Miss Coco Bud, cooking up. Never missing. Thanks. You already know what it is, baby. Of course, getting... What? You can't even talk. Well, to the end.
There better
We
not
got
be
D4vd got caught in public. He's mad. Of course, if you guys would like to watch the OG video by the Hun, Miss Coco's crazy, Miss Coco Bird, down in the description, first link, sure to love it, of course. Well, Hun, you already know. We've been watching her for a minute. She's been cooking up every time. You already know, especially around at the tea parties. Gully pop.
Girly pop.
Come check us out at the tea parties. We gotta... It's really been slacking, honestly. Gotta pop out more at the tea. With the tea, spilling it, for honest. But seriously, in regards to, like, you know, the whole incident, this whole tragedy, yeah, final opinions and conjecture, I'm just going, he's like skimming back through. I just think with this, like, and I've been saying it the whole time, like, for David, just to not even be a person of interest, again, not to be a suspect, none of these things, it just baffles me. And now we're seeing even more connections, especially with like his manager, which I was saying already before I came out, saying he had no association, but now as a private investigator is looking even more deeply and thoroughly through all of these things. It's like, yo, it's really looking like David had some definite like associates within the show. But to that, it's like, yo, I really truthfully, heavily think that people know some shit, and these motherfuckers, yo, some of them could be just straight up like hiding, caping for David or whatever to save their own asses, which sucks as much to say. Like, I could understand, because yeah, who the fuck wants to go down with this nigga? But at the same time, I mean, if you weren't on no malicious sense, I mean, fuck it, bro. Rat on this nigga if you know something. God damn it, some evil shit going on here. Once more, I don't have to fucking keep saying it because it sucks, but yo, this is a fucking tragedy, bro. Young girly pop lost her life. She should have never been associated with this nigga. Should have never not been home. Like, bro, not with this nigga, bro. Fuck, bro. But you already know. Obviously, yo, crap, and the camera went out. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, hold on. We gotta replace this real quick. Oh, it's probably gonna die again. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, as soon as I start saying, yeah. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'm replacing this John real quick, and then we gotta dip out and go, because it's just all around bad. As we know. Sloppy as slop to forever. Yeah, I didn't think the battery was gonna die this early. Alright, we're back to end it up. My bad. But anyway, like I was saying, seriously, with this again being a tragedy and Celeste losing her life as she did in this scenario associated David, we need justice for her. So if there's, again, any more information or any junks coming out within like this whole David incident, like especially about him or any connections he may have had, or any more that we haven't seen yet, I guess, many connections within things we haven't seen in regards to the private investigator looking through stuff and any other means, well, yeah, we need to see them junks, because more evidence we got, faster someone may be brought to justice. But again, shout out sure to love with the Hun Miss Coco's Crazy been cooking up every time dropping these vids. You know, I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.